So welcome to the UK News Today. Today we have news that first picture of man charged after driver ploughs into protesters at white supremacist alley in Virginia, leaving one dead. James Alex Field, 20, is held on charges including second-degree murder after he allegedly deliberately threw at anti-Nazi activities at Charlottesville. Police has arrested a 20-year-old man after a driver plowed into anti-Nazi activists during a white supremacist rally in Virginia, leaving at least one protester dead. James Field is being held on suspicion of second-degree murder and other charges following horrific incident in Charlottesville on Saturday. Shocking footage appeared to show the moment a vehicle deliberately targeted peaceful protesters, and violence in the U.S. city. Some have described a collision as deliberate terrorism and called on officials and U.S. President Donald Trump to treat it as a terror attack. After smashing into the activist, the car was filmed reversing back down on the street at speed with a single red shoe flying out from under its wrecked bumper. The city mayor, my senior, confirmed that at least one person was killed in shock incident, tweeting, "I am heartbroken that a life has been lost here." He also said he was furious and heartsick after the car crash. The witnesses said the vehicle moved down dozens of demonstrators, leaving nearly 20 others, possibly including children and children. Other footage showed the street split with blood, and following the smash, the incident came after the fight broke out between thousands of white marchers and counter protesters this morning ahead of the United Rights rally. 2 people were also killed when a police helicopter, which had been monitoring violence from the air, crashed burned into the flames. Documentary footage showed the identities. Some carry Confederate flags running towards each other and throw punches as the two sides crossed. Water bottles were reportedly hurled from both sides, while men dressed in military-style uniforms were seen carrying rifles and shields in the sea. Other clips show the chemical spray and smoke bombs being used. It is around a couple of hours later, a car was filmed logging into the protesters in the city, leaving at least one person dead. The exact circumstances surrounding the collision remained unconfirmed. A number of people were seen receiving medical treatment in the street. Journalist Alex Robertson tweeted, "I just watched a car plow through a dozen of protesters. Extremely heavy injuries, possible casualty." Broadcast BBC News also reported that there were multiple injuries, while on Twitter used posts while the one said at least one person is dead. A Fox News Graham Glenn wrote, "With all of the hitting at least protesters, there will be no conclusion. This was deliberate terrorism. My prayers with victims stay alone." Major who tweeted through the showers pleaded the people to go back home following the smash. Mr. Singh tweeted, "I'm furious and has at the car and has injured many, so all go home to your families. We can work tomorrow. Go home, please." Around half an hour later, he added, "I am heartbroken that a life has been lost here. I urge people will go home." Virginia Governor Terry Masfield, Democrats declare emergency held while journalists Way and President Donald Trump condemned the violence. I have a message. All the white suspect Henderson came into the today. Our message is plain, simple, go to a new conference. You are not wanted in this great commonwealth. Shame on you, he said. Trump said many sides were involved in the Columbus Hill incident, drawing fire from across the political spectrum for not specifically denouncing for the right of the violence President Donald Trump with perhaps the first domestic crisis of this young administration. We are closely following the terrible events unfolding. Charlottesville, Virginia, Trump told reporters at his USA golf course. We condemn in the strongest possible terms in this jealous display of hatred, battery, violence, so many sides. The reporter shouted a question to Trump about whether he has spoken out strongly enough against with nationalists, but the president made no comment. It is reported that 19 people in total were injured in the incident. A state official later said the male driver of the vehicle was in police custody. Officials had earlier declared state emergency after violence unfolded and a riot which was expected to be attended by thousands of white nationalists. The event, which was due to Charlottesville local time, was originally in a protest because cities mission removed the consent statue from the local park. However, riot police were forced into after the crash happened and helmet official spot confronting demonstrators at the scenes. Shortly before noon, 5 p.m. UK time on Saturday, Charlottesville police declared this gathering was an unlawful assembly and ordered the demonstrators to shoot. 2 people were injured in a clash between the nationalists and Samaritan and the raw right other protesters. They were described by police as the serious but not light shooting. At around 12:30 p.m., Virginia State Police tweeted, VPS troopers gradually moving protesters safely down Market Street in Charlottesville. The force had earlier posted a picture of the man being denied by officers. It had captured an image. Arrests are being made following declaration and awful assembly at the Assembly Park in Charlottesville. There are reports that the National Richard Spencer was arrested by officials, but they are currently unconfirmed. According to Sky News, demonstrators on both sides were using the handmade shears as they punched and kicked each other during the brawl. At one point, the fire appeared to break out when anti-C protesters approached the opposing side with what looked like a wooden banner. Another point, protesters could be heard chanting resistance, which Nagari said emergency in order to aid a response to violence at local officials. Meanwhile, although Joe Rawlings tweeted a picture of the supremacist march down the road, she wrote, "Holiday for the president forget how to tweet." At the time of Mr. Tweet, U.S. President Donald Trump had yet weighed in the planned demonstration. However, around 1:20 p.m. local time, he took the social network to call all Americans to come together as one. He wrote, "We all must unite and condemn all that hate stands for. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. Let's come together as one." Former President Bill Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders tweeted about the incident, hitting at while supremacistic. Mr. questioned as well, we protect free speech, simply we must condemn hatred, violence, and vice spread. Mr. said the white nationalist demonstration are reprehensive display of racism and hatred that has no place in our society. Today is a highlight precedent in the US and our display of the condensed battle flag, the symbol of the rebel in the Civil War, fought over the issue of slavery last night. Hundreds of bravely and protesters on Charlottesville University of Virginia. The marchers were seen carrying blazing torches during the incident, which occurred on a one-eye of plant United Right Rally. They also counter demonstrators while standing by a statue of former U.S. President Donald Trump Jr. Jefferson. The chant reportedly included words "White Lives Matter." Anniversary spokesman said one person had been arrested, while several people were injured. This morning, clashes came after the right-wing blogger Kekeros organized so-called ploughed rally in protest over Charlottesville city's decision to remove a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee from Lee Park. The council also voted to rename City Central Park Amen Celebration Park. The act and authentic in Charlottesville at over 24 hours in accepted must stop, Mr. Moswell wrote on Twitter this morning. A right to speech is not right to violence. Charlottesville is located 1,000 miles outside Washington, D.C. Thanks you very much for listening to the news today. I hope you will enjoy this news. Please subscribe my channel to get news. Thank you.